Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today I am filming my monthly favorites for the month of November. This is, I think, one of the only times I have filmed this before the month is officially over, because we have one more day of November tomorrow as I'm filming this, and that is really just because I'm doing Vlogmas and I need to get this up before Vlogmas, or else it won't be posted until like the end of December, and then there's other videos I want to post, so it's better to do this here. So yeah, if I had other favorites for the last day of November, then I will include it in my December favorites, if I remember that at all. Also, I woke up early to film, so one, my voice is shit, and two, there's not even properly daylight outside. It takes ages in Norway right now to get daylight, and then it just disappears after just a few hours. So what is even daylight? I'm literally a vampire. Okay, everyone in North is like that right now, but yeah, it's like living in darkness all the time. Some places in Norway right now, further up north, because I'm not that far up north, there's like darkness all the time, and there's like months in the year where it's like months where it's only dark, and I don't know if I would survive. Either way, as per usual, some life shit, and I do realize that these favorites, sometimes I talk about other things like games or music and stuff, but lately I'd only been like movies and series and books, and that is the months that I'm like cannot remember my life. That's basically probably because nothing has changed, and I'm just usually on the same shit that I've been for the last few months. So yeah, I don't like talking about the same things over and over, I guess. I don't even know. 2020 nearing its close, and it feels really strange because I feel like this year has been either 10 years long and I was just suddenly over. I don't know. Okay, so let's talk about some shit before everyone leaves. The first thing that was one of my favorites that I watched last month was the Queens Gambit. I'm sure a lot of people have watched this now, and this is a Netflix original series following the brilliant Beth Harmon, who finds out that she has a big talent for chess. So this is told also, I don't actually know what year they're in, I don't remember, lol, but like it's not like that now at least, and she goes out to this chess tournaments, etc., which is very man dominating and turns out to be a really big prodigy in this sport, and she is just doing her best and also fighting with addiction that started when she was pretty young, when she went to an old girls school where they basically gave drugs to the kids because they didn't know, I guess it was drugs back then. She uses this drug thinking that it makes her better in chess, but does it? Does it? I mean, most likely not, but yeah. And she's brilliant. The actress is brilliant, and all the other people in the show is making such a good job. It was heartbreaking, heartwarming. The end scene in the end, because fun family is one of my favorite tropes, made me cry because it was so emotional. I love the whole idea of the theme of loneliness here. She feels she's alone. She doesn't want to be alone, but at the same time she just pushes people away all the time. But then you realize that she wasn't alone all the time, and it's like the best feeling in the world. And yeah, the chess was also super interesting, super fun. I don't know how many people is aware of this, but like the #1 chess player in the world is from Norway. There's been like interviews and stuff in the Norwegian news with him, Magnus Carlsen as it's called, being like, what did you think about the show and stuff, because, you know, chess and stuff, and I just think it's funny. And it's so random, by the way, that he's from Norway. I remember when it was happening in Norway and everyone was talking about it and we were like, what? From Norway? Expectations of Norway in chess was not that high. Either way, and I think that's pretty cool, and I just love the whole show. All the characters were so complex and cool, and they're just the chess made it super interesting, and yeah, everything about it was super fun. Definitely like a tragic series, but at the same time super heartwarming, as I said, and I will recommend it with all my heart. I really want to read a book now, but I have a feeling maybe that the book maybe won't be as great. I don't know. I have conflicted feelings when like I enjoy especially like a show so much and then go reading the book afterwards. Of course, I've always been like the person read the book first. It was super good. Super good. That was a weird way to say that. I also watched Over the Moon, which I really did enjoy. I know that it has gotten like a mixed reception, but I thought that it was so good for what it was. I just love that the main character was Asian and that we saw so much of our culture in the story. The main character that now of course cannot remember the name of believes that the moon goddess lives on the moon and is waiting for her love, and that is like a story a lot of kids believe, but then, you know, they grow out of it. She still believes in this, especially after her mother passes away, and then she believes so hard that she wants to go to the moon and prove to everyone that this is true. The most wonderful story. And she also especially, by the way, wants to do this because her father is wanting to remarry, and she's like, nope to this. Story grows a lot. I think it had really nice music, some really beautiful, wonderful animation. It reminded me of a lot of other animation movies, but what stood out to me is of course that the main character were not white. Culture that was put into the story, and I think like that's always a lot of like, I don't know, story, structural things. But first of all, it's a children's movie and an animation movie, and they usually have those kinds of, I would say, like straightforward stories where you know like, oh, she's gonna realize this. But I found all those moments super powerful, and I found the movie really, really entertaining, super, super cute, very fun, and very sad, but also beautiful moments. And yes, you do realize that she's gonna come to these points, but like, you kind of realize that in like all animation movies. So like, I don't see how this differs from that. I'll really recommend it if you like cute animation movies. Now, I also watched Jingle Jungle, which is a Christmas movie also on Netflix. All these things here are like Netflix originals, lol. Either way, and this one I adored. I love that it was like an all-black cast in a beautiful Christmas movie, because, well, you don't see that ever, I feel like, at least not often, and was so good. I didn't know that they were gonna sing. And when I did, I was like, holy shit, okay, this is good shit. And also it was just a beautiful story about family and just like fun adventure shit with kids. I didn't even say what it was about. So it basically follows his family that has the greatest inventor of all time, like the father in the family, and then his apprentice steals from him, so they fall into despair while his apprentice becomes like then the greatest inventor in the world. Not that he actually invented anything, but yeah, it's all about like believing in magic, believing in yourself, finding your family again after many, many years. It was super, super cute and super, super good. I was actually surprised how like the story concluded. Like, I thought it would be more like a big thing, and then it was just like, oh, it's over, and I was like, oh, okay. It's not like a bad thing, I'm just saying like I was surprised how the story developed, I guess. And I think like some parts were used really long on and some parts were really short on, and I think it should have been opposite for some of it, but like that is just like my inner movie shit there, I would say. But like, other than that, it was like a perfect, super cute movie, especially to get you in the Christmas spirit. Yeah, it was just super loads of fun, and it just made me smile a lot. And yay, I recommend it a lot for anyone who wants a cute Christmas movie. Yay, clearly getting into the Christmas spirit here. I then watched another Netflix original thing, which was #Alive, and this one is a Korean zombie movie, and like, I thought it was really fun. Of course, like, zombie movies have like a thing where they do fall into, I guess, cliches, but I thought this was lots of fun. So this is basically that a zombie apocalypse breaks out, and we follow this one dude in his apartment, and he's in his apartment a lot of the time because he's hiding out there. And I thought that was very interesting compared to like other zombie movies where they're trying to like move somewhere or get somewhere, and then like zombies show up. He's literally isolated in his apartment for a lot of the time, and I thought it was just very interesting to see that kind of take on the story. And then like, you know, he runs out of food, etc. So things do need to escalate from there, and I thought it was a really good movie, and I was really interested to see like, would he survive, who will die, etc., and see how it would end up. And I thought it was really entertaining, and I thought it was a good zombie apocalypse movie. So yay. I like that I went from Jingle Jungle to this one, but I had to recheck what I have been watching, and this one was much earlier. Either way, it was a fun movie, and the zombies were crazy, and yeah, it was just, I liked it. I recommend this one if you like zombie movies. Yay! So now, for the things I read a lot of things in November, a couple of things. And I think like it's a hard time to choosing a favorite this month, because I feel like a lot of them are like nearly favorites, but like they deserve like a favorite spot. I don't know how to describe it for the month. I'm at least going to talk about You Should See Me in a Crown by Leah Johnson. This one follows Liz, who wants to go to this really prestigious school, but she doesn't have enough money for it. So she decides to enter the race for prom queen, because then you're actually in this town that she lives in, because it's a really big deal, gets a lot of money, and then thereby can use this to go to the school she wants to. But while doing this, she realizes a lot of things about herself, like meeting a friend that she had stopped talking to, and just realizing having a lot of fun with a lot of people, etc. And also finding this girl that she, yeah, the romance is adorable. That's all I gotta say. So it's a sapphic romance, if you didn't get that. And yeah, it's just so full of happiness, and it's so wholesome, and like I didn't like expect to give it 5 stars, but then it was just like a beautiful story. Like it would have been a beautiful story regardless if I gave it 5 stars or not, obviously, but I just meant like it just ended on the perfect moment, and I feel like it carried a lot of different themes, like, you know, being black, being gay. She also have a lot of anxiety that was presented, I think, really well. And then also her mother passed away, so her grandpa has been raising her and her brother has the same condition that her mother had, and like her brother like deals with a lot of this, like a lot of pain, etc. And as her sister, of course, she's really worried for him. So there's like undergoing, of course, really serious themes in this, but it was just so wholesome and cute, and I felt so much, okay? I just really enjoyed this. It was just like a super fun, nice contemporary book, and I'm just like, it was so enjoyable. And I would love this as like a Netflix original or something, because I think it would be adorable and super fun to watch. I also think that the book didn't have like unnecessary explosive drama. Like, of course, there's a bit of drama because we have to have some, but like it wasn't like dragged out, and I feel like a lot of contemporaries have like a lot of drama, which is like, it's enough. But this one didn't, and I really like that. So yay, 5 out of 5 stars this one. So my favorites of the month, yay, of course. We also then have The Burning God, and I did give this 5 out of 5 stars when I was reading it, and a part of me is really unsure what I feel about this still. I feel like it could also be a 4-star, but my love for the series gave it 5 stars. And I adore this series. Like, I talked about it so much in my October wrap up, how much I love it, the first and second book, but I'm still actually conflicted about the third book. Like, I adored it, I did, but I'm conflicted. My conflicted feelings should not be included in the favorites, but they are now for this one. And I don't know how to talk about this without spoiling anything. But yeah, I feel like I would betray myself if I didn't include it here. The story came to an end, and I have so many thoughts. I don't know anymore. Oh my god! There was suddenly a black cat outside my window, and it just like stared into me, and then it ran away. So I like looked over, and I was like, eyes staring at me. That was scary. I feel like I haven't said like a proper word about this book, but I adore this series. I adore the author. What did I think about this book? I adored it. I also feel like throwing it into a wall. I don't know how to describe it. But yeah, I also have the Illumicrate editions, and they have these beautiful smoked edges, and I'm screaming because they're so pretty. That is beside the point here, but here I am. I have this feeling, which is why I want to fling it into a wall, is that I don't know in the end what was the point of everything. For how it ended, what was the point? And I'm asking myself that, and I do not know. So if you read this, please discuss this with me. I don't know how I'm feeling. Like, what was the point of it all? Because I don't know. As I said, did adore this whole series, but I also think that I, one, I need to reread this, and two, that I could change my mind on this. Maybe it could become a 4-star, but the whole series as a whole is still one of my favorites of all time, so it deserves a spot here. That I'm gonna leave it at that. If you want maybe more coherent thoughts where like I can discuss it more, then like watch my wrap up, which will be up very soon. I'm editing the monthly favorites, and I realized I forgot to talk about something because I was so caught up in my freak out about the Burning God. So I forgot to talk about how to kill a demon king in 10 easy steps
by Andrew Rowe, isn't it? And this is an Audible original, but they did actually get a paperback of it. Oh my god, the light from the computer screen. And this one I adored. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I listened to the audiobook, obviously, and I really loved it. It's set in this world where the hero and the Demon King is being spawned like every 100 years or so, and they always are destined to defeat each other over and over again. But then the main character decides that that is bullshit, and that why do they need to be murdered and die while the Demon King rages on in the country waiting for the hero to be reborn. And she decides to become the hero herself, even though she is not the hero reborn, and she levels up her skills. It's like a game. So she levels up her skills to try to get the hero sword to defeat the Demon King. And then she realizes how all the system and everything and stuff works with her companions. And it's like really short, like 5 hours, I think. And it was super good because it just like took the whole trope, but then also like turned it around, and it felt completely like an anime. It was like reading or listening in this case to an anime, and I adored it. I adored the characters, adored the story, adored the plot twists that the author managed to get in such a short amount of time. And yay, I just wanted to mention that too because it's definitely a favorite for November, and I forgot to talk about it because the Burning God distracted me. Now you can watch the rest of the video. BTS came out with a new album B this month, and I of course adored it. My favorite song is Life Goes On. That is the one that's been vibing with me the most, but I feel like I need to listen to the other songs even more. And I also have ordered a copy of it, but it is not here, so I can't show it to you and gush, but maybe in my next favorites, but now I already talked about it, so we will see. But yay, of course I had to mention that. What else to mention? Nothing. In November, I guess, because life updates is a thing here, I also like got permitted for my job because of COVID, because Norway decided to close things down to try to stabilize COVID before Christmas, and like I haven't been working for like 3+ weeks, and it feels great because I have so much time to do all the other things I have to catch up on in my life, like school and reading, because I procrastinated readings for a lot in November. Other things in my life, but it sucks because now I'm not getting money, and I need money for Christmas presents and, you know, books, of course. So that sucks a bit. But yeah, hopefully we will open, but at the same time I'm like, yes, it's nice not to work, but also money. And now I think I am done. In the summer I'm doing Vlogmas, so you will basically see me almost every day for the whole month. I hope you are excited. I am already tired. Joking! I am excited too. I think it's really fun to look back on and have those memories, and I need to keep my own tradition because I've been doing Vlogmas for the last 3 years. So this will be my 4th year. Oh my god, that is so much. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna leave now. Thank you so much for watching this video. It is, as always, on brand for me, I feel like, and you will see me soon in a new one. Goodbye.